Hi, it's Cara again. I'm doing an update to my 2018 Peace Corps cribs for a 1-year update, lived in house. I'm hoping kind of that this update will show some insight onto what has happened in the last year and kind of how a Peace Corps volunteer lives once they've been settled. So here it goes. I'm sorry for the quality. I'm going to be filming this on Snapchat. It's a service issue at site. I don't have enough internet, so I'll post this eventually, but I'm sorry for the quality. One note is that I was going to wait until I finished cleaning my house to do this video, but I'm lazy also, but I don't think that's really realistic as to what my daily life looks like, so I have some things kind of thrown around as I normally would, so sorry about that. Starting with the outside, the newest significant addition to my house is this beautiful guy here, which is my solar panel. One project my partner and I worked on, my community partner and I worked on, was trying to find a way to get this village solar power, and we did actually get it. So we are really happy and impressed. Before the solar panel, we didn't have any electricity in my village, except for an occasional generator, so now we do. Over here is my bathroom unit. It's always locked on the outside, so nobody else uses it. It has running water, and it has a separate toilet and shower. Alright, here is the toilet side. It's a really simple, nice setup. There's a window, for some reason, in every bathroom I go to. In the shower, I've blocked off the window for privacy. I have a top shower spigot and a lower bottom spigot for washing. And I use a bucket for bathing when it's cold season because there's no hot water out here, so I bring water out here that's boiled. Also, check out our little frog friend. Going into my house now, but I wanted to take a pit stop and show you my new little buddies that keep me up all night. Okay, inside my house, just outside my house actually, this is the inside of my door. There's my Mo State flag, and then my clothesline. I keep on a hook there, but I unhook it when I need to hang clothes, and then my mop. Also, I have this outdoor light thanks to solar power, and it is so much safer at night now that I have lighting out here. We'll walk in and I will show you around. There's my clothesline inside for when it rains. When you first walk in, to the left is my little kitchen setup, hanging baskets with vegetables, my little stove, and all of my kitchen supplies. Pro tip, you can make shelves really easily by just hanging some, like a board and using suspension. After the kitchen area, there's some plastic bags and buckets and my full body mirror, and in this corner is the solar power setup. That is the only power point in the whole house, and so I have an extension cord plugged into that, plugged into an extension cord, plugged into that goes into my room. You may have noticed this bed here. This is not actually my bed, it's a guest bed, but I use it to do work because it gets a nice breeze from those windows. Those windows face the sea, and even though there's houses between me and the sea, there is still a nice sea breeze, and so I've placed my hammock there. This box here is where I keep my trash. The hammock is hung in the doorway to my bedroom. I'll get to that in a minute, but I'll move over to this half of the main room. Here are my books and pictures and mosquito coil and calendars. Anything organized for work is in this little area that has electronics in it. My yoga mat, my medicines, my makeup, my radio, my paper towels. This chair has Sulus on it, which are like wrap skirts. I'm not allowed to leave my house without one on because of modesty rules in my village. A traditional broom called a sasa, and all of this stuff here is because I'm in the middle of a grant, so I have all of the supplies in my house. One thing they don't mention is that when you write a grant and it has a lot of supplies, like these garden sprayers, you have to store them, so you put them in your own house. That's my shower stuff there, my door to my closet, and my sink, my water filter is there. So when I first came to this house, there was no running water or electricity, and now there's both, which is awesome, and I put the sink in my house. The sink was easy to do because there was already running water in the village, just not in my house. So I hooked up to that. The solar power was a project I did in my village. A little side note here, one of the biggest things I've learned while I've been here is to advocate for yourself, like I did with my sink. So if you see something wrong, fix it. Also, those dishes live there. I'm not just lazy about those. I'm lazy about those, but not those, because there's no storage in my house. Walking into my closet, there's a bunch of showery type toiletry stuff, some shoes, my big pile of clothes that used to be in a bag. They were in a bag and then they started to mildew, so I hung a bamboo rod and then there was too much weight on that, so they just are on the floor. More grand stuff over here, my life jacket's there. You can only get to my village by the sea, so I have to wear a life jacket every time I cross the ocean. My island is actually known for this really cool shark dive that it does, because the waters around the island are infested with sharks, which is great until you like see a shark for the first time and you're like, oh my gosh, but they don't bother you. More often you'll see stingrays and sea snakes. I'm going to back out of the closet now. It's just a lot of storage stuff. My clothes for the town are over there and medicines and stuff, because there's no store. There's no store on my island, so you have to cross the sea to get medicines or food or any of that. So I stockpile everything I can, which is what that was. Walking into my bedroom now, there's my Mo State flag. All the things that are kind of thrown around are secret surprise presents for the village kids for Christmas, so shh. There are still things in these suitcases from when I first moved here, but they're like personal items, things that I'm going to take back. That's my ukulele there. I put the suitcase here to put a fan on when I'm trying to sleep, pointed directly at me in my bed. There's also a lot of stuff hanging in my room. All of my bags here and my mosquito net, and clotheslines for my underwear and other shopping bags there. Also, a great addition is the light, so I can read in bed now. It took me a while, but my house feels like a home, and my village feels like a home, and my neighbors feel like family. There are problems, but you move on, you get over them, or you fix them, and you make a life here. It's been a year, and it's been a wild one, but it's been a good one. Also, this guy is my best friend in the whole world. It's hot season right now, and I would be dead without it. Thanks for watching. I'm now chilling in my favorite spot in my house, which is my hammock. And I hope this helps a little bit. I'm not sure if anybody will even watch this, but yeah. Alright, see you next time.